Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Bootsey TwoFly. Yeah, me, I'm sitting in the truck. I got the TwoFly International Super Fly hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting here, man, really just kicking it right now. You know what I'm saying, on this weekend. Um, Pretty much, we're gonna hop right into it, man. Basically, a lot of people always come up to me, and they ask me, why did I go vegan? Well, here's the answer. Um, when I grew up sick as a child. Like my parents, I believe, whoever they are. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a foster kid. I was adopted when I was young, and basically, one reason why I went vegan was because I grew up sick. Like my parents basically was on drugs or they had heroin in their system or whatever the case was, and that's how I ended up. I ended up in the foster system. And from there, um, I had a list of problems. I could eat strawberries and I got sick. I could take a bath and my skin broke out at that point. I mean, I just had a shot immune system. Totally shot. And you name it, I had it. The flu, the measles, it seemed like the chicken pox, which was most common in the 80s. Also, oh man, pneumonia, every kind of flu, every time you look, I had, irritated stomach illnesses. So, too much mucus was in my system. I found out years later, my dad told me that, he said, yeah, man, we used to always give you a bunch of dairy. You love dairy so much. And, oh man, you was eating cheese all the time and a lot of milk. And I remember eating that stuff, man. Every Saturday morning. Every morning, cereal, all these starches. As a kid, I never ate. I didn't like vegetables. If it wasn't hamburgers, cheeseburgers, pizzas, all those type of things, I basically didn't want it. You know how kids are. Hey man, take me to McDonald's. You know, take me to Taco Bell. But I was a McDonald's kid. But what I noticed as I got older, I started gaining weight. I'm eating 3, 4 times a day, heavy meals. I'm eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. Man, I'm gaining mad weight out here. I'm in the South. I'm in Atlanta, so you know, we known for home cooking, home style cooking, things like that. And you know, it's like man, I just put on mad weight. Just started gaining weight. I've always been into the workout game. You know, and I just wanted, I was always experimenting with vitamins, herbs, and things. But I started noticing when I used to work at the airport. I used to push wheelchairs for years out there and work at different places. Back then I was doing a lot of walking, so you kind of keep the weight off. When you're younger, you can get away with eating excess salt, excess sugary things, sugary foods, refined sugars. You can eat that stuff and kind of get away with it, but now basically you're just being prepped. you know we all know that beef does not digest well in your stomach. Certain things don't digest well within your blood system, especially African Americans, or we say black people. Certain minorities, we can't eat certain foods, and it just messes us up. So I would always notice, my mom was sick. My mom had cancer, diabetes, hypertension, high blood pressure, all these ailments. And I had to go back and look at how I was raised and what I was being fed and what I had been eating all that time. And I was like, damn, man, I was eating all that dairy, all these food, all this meat. And what happened was, as I was working at the airport, I noticed a couple times I felt sick. Like, I actually didn't know what was going on with me. Like, I would notice, I would get double vision, like you're getting that double vision, and kind of like I'm thinking, damn, man, so I had to go back and look at what I was eating. I was eating French fries every day. It was always, we would go to this place called Charlie's Steakery. And I love that freaking place. It's still a great place, but back then I would eat every night. It's back when we was hustling to eat. We pushing wheelchairs for tips back then. Me and some of my partners, people I'm still associated with. But we go to Charlie's Steakery. I was eating French fries with every meal, and found out as I got older. I found out, like, man, I would try to eat, egg rolls, too many fried foods, fried chicken this, fried chicken that, fried this, fried that. And it adds up over time. So you start getting blurry vision, your cholesterol is going up. I started noticing that, I was like, man, I feel weird. And that's your blood pressure, cholesterol, you start getting headaches, things that I normally don't do. So I had to immediately take action after a while, man. So after my mom died, it just made me realize, like, man, I gotta fix this. My guts big, looking older than what I was supposed to look a little bit, and I'm thinking, yo, man, I just look bloated and sick and didn't have as much energy, and I was like, I gotta get back in shape. So I started getting back in shape. I started studying herbs, like herbal remedies, things that's natural, what to eat, what not to eat. This is definitely a problem in a lot of our communities, man. We have been prepped to be sick. We have been prepped to be sick. My mom, man, she was sick ever since they adopted me. Ever since I was a kid, my mama had been sick, and I've never heard that much suffering in my life, man. I mean, she was in real, real pain. She had diabetes as I got older, and they had to amputate her leg. I've seen this with friends. I've seen this with family members. I had a cousin had sickle cell. I had other family members eating too much salt, like my auntie, one of my aunties, my aunts. High blood pressure. Can't even eat salt. Some of these things you can't avoid as you get older. You can't really avoid them. We all gonna get old. Nothing lives forever, but you can preserve as much as you can, or just do the best you can. Meat, what I found out, the way they process it now, because our grandparents lived for years and years, and I'm thinking, man, this is crazy, and I'm like, damn, this meat's putting all this weight on me, because I kept trying to figure out, and a couple of my friends was trying to figure out, how can we drop weight? How do we maximize? So what I noticed, once I stopped eating meat, I cut the meat out piece by piece, just a little bit at a time. I started noticing I started dropping a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm going to do pescatarian. So I did pescatarian, started with the pescatarian, and I noticed more and more weight was coming off. So I started working out, doing like boxing, a little bit of MMA, stuff like that, just to train, training, bike riding. And bike riding was a great avenue to jumpstart your metabolism and get yourself, get your legs stretched out, learn to stretch. And I just started dropping weight, man. And I was like, man, I want to take it a step further. I start cutting the carbs, certain carbs out, too many carbs. I mean, you can't really avoid everything, but you can limit, limit some of the things you're eating, or portion. If you just got to eat meat and you're struggling with your weight, your metabolism won't burn it off. You're gonna have to drop the heavy portions. Don't overeat. Don't eat more than one meal a day. Most people were gonna snack, or put yourself on a regimen. If you're gonna do juicing, if you're gonna center your regimen and basically stay with it. It's a day-by-day process. You have to stick with it, and the longer that you go, it's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? The longer you practice, because you got to practice. You know, you got to practice everything. You got to, you know, practice, 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 practice. 1,000 hours of practice, you know, is self-explanatory the next time. So these are just practices. I had to practice. I went through it. I've gained weight, muscle weight. I've lost weight. I have a lot of experience in that, you know, as far. So I can definitely have consultations, you know, people that's trying to lose weight or just want to know certain things. I'm definitely going to have some things set up soon where you could pay for consultations, just different things coming up soon from the knowledge that I've gained. And, you know, I can't tell you something that I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't teach you something that I've never physically done. You know, these things I have physically done. I've tried many different herbs. I've tried it all, dang near. If I haven't tried it, I'm gonna try it. You know, so basically, one reason I'll say the main reason I became vegan was for better digestive system, my blood type, and these are just things. You know, these are just things that I did. You know, it's kind of like, you know, our government, they basically set us up. To me, they set us up big time. They prep you to be sick. They threw the coronavirus out here. I believe that the coronavirus was planned a long time ago. You know, I've been on military bases. I've worked around this, you know, the government. And I'm telling you, man, it's all planned. Everything is planned. It's no incident. Something didn't just, these things just didn't happen. There's somewhere out there, there's some little nerdy little scientists, you know, sitting here and plotting this stuff. They have meetings, secretive meetings. These are things that they do. They prep you to be sick. And it's by self-choice that you continue to eat the same things, behave the same, have the same behavior patterns. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying, hey, man, you know, F you, you know, I'm not eating this crap no more, you know, which is the route I went. Like, I'm not eating this shit no more. Like, you know, I'm not doing it. You know, you have to build your own regimen. And you can do your own research. But trust me, it's somebody that got together, came up with this virus. It's been planned. All these ailments, you know, don't come to me saying, oh, man, it runs in my family. Well, yeah, we do have certain genetics. Yes, we all have certain genetics. And these things can happen if you feed the diabetes, if you feed the cancer, if you continue to eat the same shit. That's bottom line. You know, because I have people that ask me, what I do? Hey, man, what should I eat? What kind of exercise? Listen, I can tell you, but I can't force you to do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't force you to do it. So this is definitely a problem in our community. You know what I'm saying? This is something that is most definitely a problem. Excuse that dog barking. We have plenty of dogs around here, man. They just do this all the time. But there are plenty of excuses that people can make too. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that I didn't tell you. You can't say, you know, that I didn't give you advice or I didn't give you the pathway. But this is that's why it's called self-care, self-awareness. You have to want to lose weight. You have to want to do that. Now, like I say, I'm all ears. You know, I listen to people. If you want my advice, I'll give it to you. You know, I'll give a drunk man a beer can if that's what he wants to drink. But I'm not forcing him to drink. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not telling you to be vegan. I'm not telling you to stop eating what you're eating. But if you want to see results, if you're tired of, you know, you can't fit in that small dress, or you can't fit in this, or you can't wear this outfit because it don't look right on you.